I'm Avril, welcome to my channel. Today's class is going to be a flexibility flow. So it's going to be more focused on the hips mostly and the hamstrings, but we're also going to hit pretty much every other area of our body. I have two blocks here, so if you do have blocks at home, absolutely just have them handy. We may not necessarily even use them, so if you want to use books or whatever, you want to double up as blocks if you don't have some at home. Perfect. And don't worry, we don't really need them, it's just they're nice to just have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Same as always, whatever you want to leave behind, please do. If you want to add on, if you need more today, please do that too. And let's start in child's pose. So knees nice and wide, bring the big toes to touch. I have my water with me, so if you want to grab some water, that's also a nice option. And let's slowly start to walk those hands out. Melt the forehead down towards your mat. Soften your belly. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. You can even bend your elbows here. You don't have to be reaching. And then quick thing with child's pose. If you are feeling a pulling in your low back or it just doesn't feel comfortable, just bring your knees in a little bit more towards each other. You may just have gone too deep too soon. Totally okay. You can also bring a block underneath your forehead. Sometimes if it's my first child's pose of the day, that's what I like to do, just to bring the mat a little closer to me. So maybe we just invite a little bit of movement here. So just wiggling a little bit into the hips, side to side, nice and gentle. Checking in with our breath, starting to lengthen the inhales and lengthen out the exhales. Let's find stillness, maybe come to that ujjayi breath. So deep inhales through the nose and exhaling, letting something go. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Ujjayi breath, oceanic breath. So slight constriction of the back of the throat to make that sound so it can stay with you as an anchor throughout class. If you'd like to set an intention for class, I invite you to do so now. Maybe it's just a feeling you want to have when you get off your mat today. Okay, slowly start to bat the eyelids open. Let's come on up into all fours. Tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's rock the hips a little side to side, just to release any tension left over from that child's pose. And then let's take some cat-cow. So spread the fingers nice and wide, claw into your mat. On an inhale, drop your belly to look up. Hold my mic a little bit, feels a little tight. And then on an exhale, press the mat away. Draw your chin to your chest, arch your back. So inhaling to come forward. Find expansion. And then exhaling to come back. Inhaling, coming back to that tabletop position. And we're going to lift our left leg up first. And we're going to take some nice big hip circles on the left side. So moving that knee in a nice big circle. Trying to press into both hands evenly. Grounding that right foot, making this as big or as small as you need it to be, and you can keep that neck nice and long so the gaze down. Reverse your circle if you haven't already. Remembering to breathe. And then let's kick that leg up towards the sky, flex the foot, drop the belly so you're coming into cow pose shape in the belly. And then on an inhale, we're going to bring that left knee to your nose. Exhale, kick it back up. Inhale in. Exhale up, inhale in, exhale up, hold this time. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you start to reach that right hand back to grab your left foot. So big stretch into the quad, kick the foot into your hands, plenty of balancing here. Try and keep your knee so it doesn't come more than hip distance apart. Big shoulder opener, tiger pose. Release. Let's step that left foot forward, low lunge. Bring it between your hands. Front knee over front ankle, tracking towards second and third toe. Inhale, let's reach up. Sink forward and down. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. You can cactus your arms to open your chest. Bring the gaze up. Inhale, let's reach back up. Take a big side body stretch over to your right. So grab that right wrist in your left hand and think up first before you start to tilt over. Still keeping the hips sinking low. Release, reach up. And then exhale, we're going to draw that left hip crease up and back. Find our hamstring stretch. So you can flex the foot, start to bend over. This is where if you want to have blocks underneath your hands, it can be really nice. You can bend that left knee if you like here. And then let's all point that foot. See what it does to the stretch. Flex it. Point. Once more. Flex. Sink a little lower. Press into your heel. Let's roll back through to that low lunge. Lift the arms up, and then we're going to spin that back knee so it comes in line with that back front heel. So we're in like a warrior 2 variation. So sink into that front knee and press that knee open. You can use your hand to do that if you like. So find that big stretch all across the groin. And then we're going to reach that right hand back, and on an inhale, lengthen it out, and exhale, let's draw the chest forward, draw that right hand forward. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach back. Hold, sink a little lower, and then let's straighten that leg, walk it out so the sole of the foot is on the mat. Gate pose, reach that left hand up and over. Exhale, right fingertips come down to your mat, left hand comes up and over this time. Big side body stretch. Reach that left hand towards the sky, press into your fingertips to lift that left leg. Hold it, squeeze your glutes, and then we're going to pulse. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it back down, and then we're just going to come all the way forward. Set it up so you're coming back into your low lunge. Tuck your toes under and lift up. Crescent lunge. Front knee over front ankle, same as all the other warrior poses. You can sink your hips a little bit, drop your shoulders away from your ears, and then we're going to tilt forward so that we're in a long diagonal line from our heel to the crown of our head. Not the crown of our tail. Hands are back, palms face down. You can gaze slightly in front of you, bend deeply into that front knee, and then we're going to come into our airplane pose. So lift off, float forward. Really try and keep those hips even and point that right leg all the way down to your mat. We're going to inhale to come forward, straighten the body, bring that right knee into your chest. Hold it up, hands can come to prayer, and then let's take some nice big hip circles, just like we did earlier. So lifting it in, exhaling to lift it out. One more, lift it up, exhale out. This time lift it up. You can tap down if you need to, or you're going to cross that right ankle over the left knee. Sink the hips, drop them back, draw the chest forward. And keep that right foot flexed. Feel that nice big stretch in your glute on your right side. Breathing deeply. Let's come out, press into your left foot to reach that right leg back up into your chest. You can drop down, or you can all meet in airplane pose. So kicking that right leg out, challenging the balance today. So if you do need to touch down, just meet up with us when you're ready to back into the flow. Drop the left hand down, open the right hip up, half moon. Flex that right finger or pinky toe towards the sky. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Bend into your left knee, find that control. Warrior 2, drop that right foot back. So the back of the foot is in line with the front heel. Inhale to open up, sink into that front knee. Reverse, flip your palms, left hand up and over. Find that space. Keep the bend in the front knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow comes to your left knee. Right hand reaches high. Chest is open towards the sky. Or you can reach that right bicep along your ear. Just increasing that big side body stretch. Inhale, come back up. Warrior 2. Exhale, let's straighten the front leg. Shift the hips back. Reach forward all the way until we bring that left hand down. So it can come to a block. It can come to your shin. It can come to the earth. Just make sure you're able to keep that chest open so you're not coming too low and drawing the chest down towards the sky. Breathing. Let's take a big shoulder circle. Reach that right bicep along the ear. Drop it down. Inhale it up. Once more, same thing. Reach forward. Drop it down. Inhale up. This time, let's start to bend back into that front knee. We're going to pivot the feet and bring that right foot to face towards the back corner edge of your mat. Coming to Skandasana. So bend into your right knee. We're going to come onto the heel of the left foot, and you can keep your hands down on your mat. So I can't get very low in this, especially in the morning, but if you can, maybe you can bring your hips down lower. Maybe you're up on your heel. Your heel is lifted. Wherever you are, just find a stretch that suits your body. Okay, let's press up. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat, and we're going to frame out that front foot. So low lunge again. Inhale, straighten and lengthen the front leg, coming to extended pyramid pose. You can drop the head a little bit towards that knee. Inhale, let's come forward. Drop the hips, bend into your knee, open your chest. Blocks underneath the hands are a wonderful option here. Inhale, let's come back. Lift the hip. Maybe you find a little more length and depth this time. Bend back into your knee, hands frame the foot, step back to your downward facing dog and pedal it out. So elbow creases towards the front of the room, press the heels back towards your mat. If they don't reach, don't worry. And then option for a vinyasa, so you can come forward into your plank, shift all the way onto your belly, inhale to cobra, keep the elbows bent, and then exhale, make our way back to our downward facing dog. Other side, drop the knees, coming into our tabletop position. Spread the fingers, left leg lift or right leg lift. We do the left side first. Let's take those circles, those hip circles, just like we did on the other side, keeping your breath going. Reverse your circle. And then let's kick that right leg up to the sky, flexing the foot. Drop the belly. And then exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, up. Exhale to your nose. Inhale, up. Press into your right hand, and then maybe you bring that left hand back to grab a hold of your foot. So press the foot into your hand. Big shoulder stretch, big quad stretch. Keep breathing. Release. Right leg steps forward. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? Oh, my knee buckled. Okay. So reach up, inhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears just like we did on the other side. So pressing the hips forward and down. Cactus the arms, open your chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, big side body stretch to your right this time. So you grab the left wrist in your right hand. Back through center. Bring that right hip crease up and back. Flex your foot. Fold over the leg. Keep your knee bent if you need to. You can have your hands on blocks. Point that toe. Flex it. Point. Flex. And then let's roll back through into our low lunge. Opening that back knee up. Bringing that heel in line with the back knee. Modified warrior 2. Press the knee back. And let's find that little sway. Coming a little deeper into that hip here. Reach that left hand all the way back. Inhale where you are. And then exhale, let's bring that left hand forward. Draw the chest forward. All the way back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, once more, reach forward. Inhale, reach back. Straighten out the leg, find gate pose on this side. Reach that right hand down, Left hand comes up and over. So we're really getting into the side body today too. Exhale, left fingertips to your mat. Reach your right hand up and over. Take up space. Reach that right hand to the sky. Float that right leg up. You can stay here squeezing your glute, or we can pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to your mat. Foot comes back down. Pivot all the way around. Find your low lunge. Tuck your toes under. Lift up. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Just like we did before. Hands come back by our sides. Find that nice diagonal line. So we're lifting up onto that back foot, pressing into both feet, keeping the chest a little open, and then lift up. Find your airplane pose. Don't want to go more than parallel with the floor, so you don't want your chest to dip too much here. Inhale, bring that left knee in towards your chest. Remember, you can always touch down if you want to set down your foot at any stage. Lift it up and take those circles with that knee. So we want to build strength, mobility, and flexibility. The left knee comes back into your chest. We're going to cross that left ankle over the right knee. Maybe you notice this side is pretty different. It is in my body. This side is much harder. So bend your standing leg, sink your hips back. Keep breathing. You can draw your chest forward. As long as you're feeling that stretch in your outer bum muscle, your glute, press into your right leg, lift up, knee comes back into your chest. Maybe your leg is shaking now. Kick it back or step down first. Find your airplane pose. Drop your right hand, open up for your half moon. Welcome to bring a block underneath your hand if you want to here. Reach that foot away from you as much as you can. Squeeze your glutes, bend into your right knee, drop back, warrior two. Front heel in line with the back arch, reach to either side of your room. Flip your palms, reverse your warrior, right hand up and over. Exhale, extended side angle, your version. Inhale, let's come back up, warrior two. Straighten into the front leg, shift the hips back, reach forward, triangle pose. Reach that right hand to the sky. Exhale, big circle with that right hand. Inhale it up. Exhale once more, big circle. Inhale it up. Bend back into that front knee, pivot the feet. Left foot comes towards the back corner of your mat. Skandasana, so yogi, almost like a yogi ninja squat. Try and make sure that left knee is tracking towards the second and third toe. Press up, pivot all the way around to the front of your mat. Feet are going to square off your front foot. Hands are going to square off your front foot. And lift that right hip up and back. Exhale where you are. Trying to press that left heel down. If it's too much, use blocks. Bend your knee, modify where you need to. Bend back into your knees, sink into your hips. Inhale, let's come back up. Drawing that right hip crease back, so we're trying to square off the hips. Exhale, bend back into your front knee. Hands come to your mat, step back to your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Option for a vinyasa, maybe you shift forward into your high plank. Lower halfway down this time. Lift up into your up dog or a cobra, whichever you prefer. Press back, downward facing dog. So let's bring the feet to hip distance, to mat distance apart. And we're going to bring the big toes out, heels in, like we're coming into a yogi squat. Walk the hands a little bit closer in, so you're still in a down dog. And then we're going to press the hands back, bend into your knees, lift your heels, and squat down. Press back up, press it back. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower, inhale to lift, exhale to lower, and then this time walk the hands back and find Malasana at the back of your mat. So press the elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows to open a little wider, and then we're really squeezing our glutes. It's going to help lift us up a little higher. If your heels are not able to come down in Malasana, know that you're not the only one. It's really common. Mine only came down after a few years of yoga, so maybe you just shift one foot down and then the other. You can be in that froggy variation where your heels are up. Wherever you are. You can also bring a block underneath you. that can help. Okay, so keep breathing just where we are. And the other big thing is to press into all four corners of your feet. So you're not just allowing the weight to come onto the inside edges of your feet. I'm very guilty of that. Keep breathing. Big hip opening here. Lift the tailbone slightly. Bring your hands to the mat. Lift all the way up. Heel toe your feet in and find your forward fold. You can bend your knees nice and deeply if you want. Grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. And then release your bind, bend your knees, tuck your chin, roll all the way up nice and slow. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands come down through prayer. Let's bow our chin to our chest for a moment. Just letting that sequence sink into the body. It's awfully hard to say for some reason. Okay. Recentering, setting your breath. Finding this moment of stillness. And then soft knees, we're going to reach all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out, come into your high plank. Shift back to your downward facing dog. And then pedal the feet a little bit here. So we're going to lift that right leg up when you're ready. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Really trying to press that left heel down here. Squeezing the glutes, lift the knee a little higher. Big opening in your hip, pressing your hands into your mat evenly. And then exhale, we're going to bring that right knee behind the right wrist. Coming into our half pigeon. If you prefer to take this on your back, if you have knee problems, absolutely do. It's much more beneficial. So we're going to have that left leg nice and long. We're going to open our chest first. Square off the pelvis so we're not leaning too much on one side and the other. And then slowly make our way down to wherever is comfortable. It can be on your elbows, it can be on your forehead. You can also bring a block either underneath your forehead or underneath that right hip. So wherever you are, we're just going to be here for 5 long deep breaths. So try and relax into your shoulders. Maybe soften the muscles in your face. Unclench your jaw. Remembering to breathe. Okay, slowly let's start to make your way up. Let's come onto our elbows first. If you were all the way down and then coming up onto your hands, I'm going to shift all the way onto our right hip and let's bring that left leg all the way around. So sitting on that right hip, we're going to grab a hold of that left foot and kick that left foot into your hand. So try and sit up nice and tall, drop the shoulders down your back. You can bend into your knee if you need to here. Hopefully you're finding a nice big stretch in your hamstring. Drawing the low belly in, and then let's release. We're going to come to Gomukhasana, so cow face legs. So we're going to keep that right knee just where it is, but maybe shift your bum so that you're in the center of your mat. Then we're going to bring that left knee to stack over the right. So this is going to look different in everybody's body. Maybe you can absolutely stack them one over the other and then the feet are going to come out to the sides by your thighs, or maybe your knee is up like this and you need a block to support you. If you do need the block to support you, you can put it underneath your bottom knee or you can put it in between your knees. It's also called knee pile, which makes sense. So this is as good as I'm going to get today, and just be gentle with yourself. If it's too much, maybe you just hang out in Supta Baddha Konasana. Be careful of your knees, be mindful of your knees. So you can sit up nice and tall, holding onto your feet, or you can fold over if that feels okay. I like to do it like a yin variation, so bringing your palms up so you're not going to be tempted to drag yourself down. And we're going to be here for 3 breaths only. Been here long enough already with me talking. unravel, bring your hands behind you, unravel the legs nice and slowly. Bring the soles of the feet to your mat and just windshield wiper your legs. Okay, Navasana. So, boat pose. Grab behind your thighs, loop your shoulders, chest is open, gaze towards the sky. Bring that low belly in. You can bring your hands by your sides, palms face open. Keep breathing. We're not here for long. It's a transition pose. We're going to cross at the ankles. Bring the hands to your mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. So option for a vinyasa if you want to come forward, flow it out. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to do it on the other side. So left leg lifts, bend the knee, stack the hip, open it up. Exhale, left knee comes behind that left wrist. Right, bring that right leg back nice and long. And remember, your front calf does not need to be parallel to the front of your mat. That is just all got to do with body anatomy. Maybe it'll get closer with time. Mine is nowhere near, as you can see. So open your chest. And then exhale, fold to wherever feels right. Maybe you're just staying up tall. So 5 deep breaths. Keeping the pelvis nice and neutral, not leaning to one side or the other. Okay, so if you're all the way down, start to come up. Come onto your hands. Same as we did on the other side. Come onto your left hip this time and bring that right leg all the way around. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Find that hamstring stretch on this side. Maybe feel this in your shoulders too. I do. Feel a nice big stretch in my shoulders. Keep breathing. And then release. We're going to take Gomukhasana legs on this side, cow face pose, also called shoelace pose. So cross that right knee over the left. Maybe you notice this side is pretty different. You can walk the feet out. Try and make sure you're grounding both sit bones. I find that much harder on this side. So sit up as tall as you like here. Maybe you find that fold. Maybe you just sit where you are, holding onto your heels, holding onto your feet. So you can close your eyes. Remember, if this is too much, you can always come out early. And 3 nice long deep breaths. Okay, let's unwind. Bring the soles of the feet together. Windshield wiper the legs. He's half asleep. Okay, and then Navasana again. So chest is open. Maybe try and straighten your legs. Welcome the heat, welcome the shake. Breathing. And then let's cross at our ankles. Hands come to the mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Yogi's choice, last call for Vinyasa. Shifting through, inhaling to our back bend, up dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Really stretch it out as deep as you can. Elongate the arms. You can bend your knees, elongate your back, and then drop the knees down onto your mat. Setting up for Paschimottanasana. So seated forward fold. Bring your legs out nice and long. You can bend your knees, move your muscle away from the sit bone, draw the belly in. So if you're tilting back like this, maybe you sit up on a block or a blanket, and then that will help you be able to fold forward a little bit more. So we're doing a yin variation, so we're not going to be pushing, we're not going to be pulling. We're just going to leave our back round, and we're going to bring our palms face up. Relaxing, letting something go. So maybe you think, I'm not getting that deep. I'm not getting nowhere near as deep as I usually do. That's okay. Sometimes with the yin variation, because you're not adding that pushing or that pulling, you're not getting as deep. but it unravels nice and slowly. You get a big stretch into your posterior chain, all the way down your back, all the way down your legs, even into the soles of your feet. Breathing, just finding an edge here. So you don't want to be in any kind of pain whatsoever. You want to be able to hold the pose, breathe through it. You're not really chasing any particular sensation. You just want to be comfortable and allow gravity to do the work. 2 more breaths here. And then keeping breathing, use your hands to start to walk back up. Engage your core. Bring your head up last, nice and slowly. And then we're going to take some circles with our neck. So dropping our ear to one shoulder, and then rounding all the way through, dropping that ear to the other shoulder. Come back through center. Okay, we're going to take a little twist here. So bring the right leg in front of the left, right shin in front of the left shin. So we're sitting up nice and tall, and we're just going to bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand behind us for support. Draw the low belly in, sit up tall, and then journey into your twist. Just a counter pose from our forward fold. Okay, so we're going to unravel, and we're going to actually bring that right leg behind us coming into deer pose variation. So we're going to bring that right knee is going to be in line with that front heel, and then that right ankle is in line with that right knee. Left knee is in line with that left ankle. So both are at 90 degrees. And then let's walk the hands out diagonally behind us. So a lot of the time you go forward over your front knee. For deer pose, this variation, you're drawing your right hip crease back. So the back hip crease comes back. So we're opening internally rather than externally. If you're feeling absolutely nothing here, which if you're very flexible, maybe that's the case, you can come down onto your forearms, or you can come all the way onto your back. Play with the angle. Maybe if you bring your right knee back a little bit more, you'll find more of a sensation. Let's start to come out, walk the hands back in. We're going to bring that right leg all the way around. Foot's going to come to the outside edge of your left thigh. We're going to sit up for another twist. So make sure you're grounding all 4 corners of that right foot. We're not just on the edge of the foot. And then we're going to reach that right hand behind us, sit up tall, hug the knee in, hug the low belly in, and maybe we journey into our twist on the exhale a little bit more this time. Unravel. And let's bring our legs long, just tap the knees down a little bit. We're going to take that on the other side. So we're going to bring our left foot in front of our right, left shin in front of the right shin. Sit up nice and tall, right fingertips come to the outside edge of that left knee, and find your twist. So drawing that left shoulder open, the chest comes open. Try not to slouch here. Just a short one. Come back through center. And then this time we're going to bring that left leg behind us. Right leg is going to come parallel to the front of your mat. Left leg is going to come parallel to the side of your mat. So same thing. Knee in line with the ankle, knee in line with the ankle, knee in line with the ankle. Walk the hands out. Draw that left hip crease back this time. Same thing, if this isn't enough sensation, maybe you come all the way onto your forearms. But honestly, it's absolutely enough sensation for me today. So keep breathing. Pressing that left hip back. And keep your feet active to protect your knees. Okay, let's walk back up. Bring that left foot all the way to the outside edge of your right thigh. Sit up for your twist. So make sure you're grounding all four corners, you're not just on the edge. Hug that leg into you, bring that left hand behind. So sit up tall and then open your chest. Let's unravel. Reach the legs long. Let's tap them out. And then move your butt forward a little bit so that you can come all the way onto your back. Let's take a full body stretch, reaching the fingers away from the toes. And then let's bring one knee followed by the other into our chest. Rock out side to side a little bit. And then yogi's choice, you can stay here just bringing your knees wide, pulling them in towards your armpits. That might be plenty. Or you can take happy baby. So you can grab the outside edges of your feet or your peace fingers to your big toes, whichever feels better. And then keep the elbows inside the knees so you can use them to press the knees open. You want to keep the tailbone tracking towards the mat and the head and neck nice and relaxed. Maybe you sway a little side to side. And the knees come back into your chest. We're not going to take Shavasana today because this is just going to be a nice short class. So we're going to rock up and we're just going to end in a seated meditation. So if you'd rather take Shavasana, absolutely do. If you have the time, stay there as long as you like. So let's sit up nice and tall. Maybe sit in a block. You can bring your palms face open to receive on your knees. Drop the shoulders down your back. And maybe notice any shifts that have occurred in your body. You can tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. Maybe you feel a little more of an openness, a little more space than when you first started. If you set an intention for a class, maybe revisit it now. What can you take off your mat with you for the rest of the day? Maybe it's just a sense of gratitude for yourself for showing up for yourself today. Taking this moment of peace and solitude and quiet. And then let's all together, let's just inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. So nice deep inhale. Bat the eyelids open, hands come to prayer, Anjali Mudra at the heart. Thank you guys so much for sharing your practice with me today. Have a great rest of your day. We bow and say namaste. Thank you guys. So if you like this class, please like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you thought. If you'd like any other different style of classes, please reach out to me. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And I hope to practice with you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.